Oh yeah, first of all, thank you very much for all of your prayers in regards to this. I'll do a Vivi, what Vivi did next. She was on with Richard and Paul last night doing the live chat. She's so funny. I nearly wet myself last night watching them two. A little bit of We came out, and she was doing it all this. Found my tooth, excellent. Thank you for all your prayers and your well wishing, and hope you find your tooth messages, because I found it, or rather the lady farmer found it. Of course she did. I couldn't find it, could I? Right, enjoy. Bit of a plot tour tonight. All right, see you in a bit. So we'll start off in the Succulent house. What better place to start? Right at the top right-hand side of the plots. And we've got the tomatoes on the go, as well as the cucumbers, the corno pepper, which is the long sweet pepper, and we've also got the bell peppers. So I'll quickly talk you through that. There's our cucumber plant, which has been the king of the cukes so far. We've had 9 cucumbers off it already. I'm just leaving this one on just to grow on a little bit further. They've just had a water, and they've had a water with some Epsom salts in the mix to try and keep the leaves nice and green. As you know, if you're a follower of the channel, we're using that system, which is the pop bottle system, with the holes in the neck and the bums cut off the pop bottles, as our watering system directly into the compost. And that's how we're doing that. Loads of tomatoes coming on now. We've thinned all the foliage out. Might have thinned it a little bit too much, but it seems like we're getting new growth and new toms coming on at the tops, so that's not too bad. These are Sun Gold, a particular variety called Sun Gold vining tomato, and we've took about 40 or 50 off these today. When they get that sort of orangey colour, golden orange colour, they're ready. They're ready for eating, and they're very, very nice. Got the marigolds in there. I'm hoping I'm getting this right, marigolds. I keep saying marigolds. They are marigolds, aren't they? A French mix, this, of marigolds. And what they do is they deter the green fly from coming on them. So I've left the door open all day today so that the pollinators can get to my flowers on my tomato plants and fertilise them, and we'll get more toms coming on, as you can see there. Because when it was closed off for quite some time. A lot of these vines, trusses or whatever you want to call them, didn't get fertilised, and so we're giving them all the chance we can. That's a striped stuffer, that one. So yeah, that's our tomato house. As I say, we've got cucumbers, we've also got the peppers. We've got peppers coming, as you can see underneath there. And we've got, I'm hoping we've got some bell peppers, but I think they're not as far along, the bell peppers. I don't actually think we've got any bell peppers on that one yet. Once more up at the top end on the lady farmer's side this time, we've got the little orchard that we're trying to put together. That's me apple tree. A lot of these, when we had the sunny weather and then the heavy rain, have gone bad because they've split. A lot of the apples have split. The pears don't seem to have suffered as much. You can see there we are getting pears coming through. We'll probably get 20 or 30 hopefully off that. But yeah, the conditions weren't exactly what you'd want up here about a month ago. We had a lot of rain, and then we had drought, and then we had a lot of rain again, which isn't very good. Me and the little farmer built this climbing French bean bed. On the right hand side there's, what was it called, something violet, the variety, and this was Blue Lake on the left hand side. And they're coming through now. I was worried about these because they were getting eaten to death by some sort of critter, but they seem to be bouncing back. So hopefully we'll get some green beans off those. Again, on the lady farmer's side, we've got some lettuce coming through. So that was planted about 4 weeks ago, I think, directly planted into the lettuces. Got some more peas there. Yeah. And I think these are early onward peas, these ones were. These again were directly planted into there. And if you like peas, you'll like this. So this is the lady farmer's big pea bed. They're all the way down there. We're taking about 40, 50 pods a night off here. Every time we come down, they're all fattening up. Overplanted to beyond the realms of jokery, this thing. But it's just producing and producing and producing. It'll keep on producing that for about another 4 or 5 weeks, I'm guessing. I'll just cut now to the lady farmer's greenhouse. And as we enter the lady farmer's greenhouse, you can see there are 2 beautiful rose bushes, young rose bushes. The Queens of Bermuda. Aren't they lovely, them? Absolutely beautiful, them. Started this year from what was it called? You know, you know what I mean, the little shoot. A cutting. God, I'm thick. It's been a long day today. And they're coming through, and I think that if they survive the winter, which we're hoping that they will do, they'll be coming through really, really well next year. There'll be lovely bushes them next year. There's another little bed that we've just thrown some stuff in. We've thrown some parsnips on that side, a bit more lettuce. I think that's that radicchio lettuce. What's it called? A radicchio, I was correct. And a few more of them marigolds in there. That's before you get into the actual greenhouse. It's a bit tatty inside there, but you'll see some growing. So this is where our babies are. As the crops come out, you've got to put new crops back in. So we started these, I think you'll remember we started these about 5 weeks ago, and that's the Komatsuna Japanese spinach in there, and again there. And then we've got in here, we've got some choy sum, which is a flowering pak choy. Eat the flowers, eat the leaves, eat what you want. Different types of veggies that were going on in there. They're all sort of oriental veggies, these ones that we've started in here. And we got some colourful cauliflowers as well. Coloured cauliflowers in there. Leeks, a pepper plant, a couple of cucumbers there that might not make the cut because I've been lazy. Well, not lazy, but I've not had the time to do them with a lot of work commitments that we've got at the moment. The bell peppers seem to be doing a lot better in here. Just stake them up. I forgot to stake them up. Again, we've got the longhorns there as well. This has been quite a prolific cucumber plant as well, this baby. We've had a few off that one. Probably had about 6 off that one. Altogether about 15, 16 cucumbers so far. There's another F1 there, a female F1, that isn't doing as well. These are the ones that we got started from seed. And also the one that's in the top greenhouse is the one that was started from seed. This is the one that we've bought, but it's not doing as well. That's the branch that fell off for sun gold, and we've got sun gold on that. I just potted it up to see what would happen. And every part of the tomato plant, when a branch falls off, you can plant it up and it'll grow roots. If you're lucky, you'll get another plant out of it, which we have done there. There's even more flowers coming there and there. My grapes are coming along nicely, as you can see. They're starting to fatten up and swell. It's got these I've never done grapes before, but they've got these, I don't know if you can pick it out, these little, tiny little black dots all over them. Don't know whether that's how they should be, or what. Well, you can pick that up. Anyway, they've got little black dots on them. This is the top covered bed on my side, and as you can see from that, we've taken a lot of broccoli heads off. We take the heads but leave the plants because you get side shoots coming off from them. And you might be able to make one out there, a side shoot, which is just smaller broccoli that come through. Yeah, calabrese rather than broccoli, these are. Everybody calls it broccoli. It's actually technically calabrese. That's the top bed. So yeah, there's still some lettuce in there as well that I'm going to cut out because it's bolting. But as I say, we're going to leave these ones to get side shoots and get a second crop off them. Similar type of situation in the second bed. We've done that about a week ago, and as you can see there, you're getting the side shoots of broccoli coming through. Cut a little cross in the top where you cut your stem, and then you get the side shoots coming through then. We've planted further baby plants in here today. Don't know if you caught all of that. My camera did a funny one and wanted me to install something. My phone rather. Anyway, so we've planted some more plants in there. We've got some more of the brassicas going straight into there. We put a bit of lime down. Checked the roots as we were pulling the cauliflower out, because it was cauliflower and then broccoli in here. Cauliflower's all come out. Checked the roots. There was no club root, but we did put some more lime down, and we put some more 6X in there just to feed them. And off we go again. Hopefully they'll be coming through. I think they're cauliflower as well that we've got in there. Another batch in another couple of months' time, hopefully. I just missed the robin then. Mr. Robin came and he sat right here at the side of me. Of course, when I turned the camera on, he was about 2 seconds gone. Sarpo Mira are growing in here, which is my big potato bed. This stands at about 16 inches high, and we planted these about 3 months ago, so they've got about another, I would say, another 3 or 4 weeks before we're going to start pulling these out. But we've got Sarpo Mira in the first half of the bed, and then Desiree, whatever you want to call them, in the second half of the bed. And it was getting really overgrown, this. It was like rampant growth in here. So I've trimmed it down this path, and I've took 3 buckets that we had growing down here as well. You couldn't get down this path at all. It was totally overgrown with potato plantings. These haven't done too well. These were Desiree, and I put 2 in each one of these tubs, and just to see what happened, because we had some left over, and we had some tubs left over, but they're not doing too spectacularly. They all fell over quite suddenly. They've only been in about 10 weeks, so I'm not expecting much out of those. I'm going to leave them in as long as I possibly can. It's my blueberry bed. A lot of blueberries coming through. None ready to eat as yet, but there are quite a lot of fruits on there, so hopefully in the next couple of weeks they'll start coming through to an edible condition that we can get to our choppers round. But they're looking nice. On to Brad's cage now. That's rhubarb chard. There's 2 plants of rhubarb chard there, and that's come through excellently. Really has come through really nicely, that. Look at that leaf. Beautiful, isn't it? And that's bright. That's bright lights, I think, on the right hand side, the yellow one. We've got 3 big red cabbages, interplanted red lettuce going down there. Brussels sprouts on the left hand side. There's 5 Brussels sprouts down there. At the back, you can see, probably just about make out, that we've got beetroot down the back there. We've also got celeriac on the right-hand side, and we've got a wayward potato plant that I thought I'd got my grips on, but obviously I haven't. I thought I'd got that out. There's also the last of the cauliflowers that we had in here, which is him, and there were 3 along this back wall. Even more rampants going off in this bed. We've got the courgettes. There's 3. There's 2 green and a yellow one in here. But the growth is ridiculous. I've trimmed back the foliage on this side so that we can cover the bed next to it. Yeah, you sort of like adjacent bed to it. I've trimmed back all the foliage there, but the courgettes are still coming. They're like balloons. They fill out from the base and they go over to the end there on these ones by the look of them. Yeah. But yeah, tons and tons. They're turning into marrows though, some of these. They're getting really big. We can't eat as many as are growing, to be fair. Next to that, we've got this other bed. We've got a series of 2 beds here. This has already had pak choy and spinach in it. And so what we're doing with these ones is we've emptied all the pak choy and spinach out because it's all gone past its use by date. And we've got more pak choy. We've got more spinach in here, as you can see. Yeah, we've also got this, and I don't think I know what this is. I'm not sure what these are. I'm not 100% because the lady farmer planted these in. These little plants. So we'll see what happens with those. Got some more gap filling there. That's the one that's on this section where the tea cut is there. We're here. And I know we've got some more cauliflower. We've got some cabbage in here. These are little cabbages down this side, and I think there's a collie or 2 knocking about. Yeah, they're all like sort of thrown in at different times. These just to fill gaps. And these are some more. There's 3 more collies there that have only just been put in today. That bed is where the onion and garlic were in that one. In fact, that had onion and garlic in as well. That had onion and garlic in. And this had the pak choy and spinach in. Anyway, it's got beetroot in it now. And we were plagued a little bit with those leaf miners. But we seem to have got the majority of it. I squashed all of these leaves to squash the little grubs that mine in the leaves. And I've got rid of the majority of it, I think. Let's get some more of these out. Just pinching these out now, because you don't want it spreading that. I've got rid of the majority of it, and the new growth's coming through quite cleanly. That's the amaranth, the South American amaranth, the Inca plant, and I can see that the seeds are coming through. It's eaten for its seeds in South America. These ones are being shaded out a little bit by the beetroot, that row. I might move them and transplant them, I think. Maybe. Get them up the back there. Because these ones that aren't being shaded out are coming along a lot better than the ones at the side of them. More Sarpomira and more Desiree in there. I've got 2 rows of each in there. 2 rows of 4. So there's 16 seed potatoes in this bit, and I'm going to leave them for as long as I possibly can as well. I've already taken 2 out, and they were well too early. Where I took the first earlies out there, excuse me, I've planted shallots and onions in there, and we're going to see how we get on with those. Cover them up so the birds don't get them with that caging. And anyway, we'll see how we get on with that. Our Bunyards exhibition are bursting out of their cage, as you can see there. I was getting a bit worried about these because I hadn't seen any bean growth, but there's plenty on it now, and that's in the space of about 2 weeks. The first of them started to come about 2 weeks ago, and they're all coming through quite strongly now. I'm going to start to pick those. I'm probably going to start picking those tomorrow. Here's our sweet corn. This is on the original tiki hut side, and that's coming through. It's a dwarf variety. This only grows to about 5 feet under the best conditions, but this looks like it's only growing to about 3 feet under the conditions that I've given it. Maximum 5 feet in growth, between 3 and 5 feet it said for these ones. But you get smaller cobs coming, which it looks like they're starting to be some action down the base of them. You get smaller cobs, but you get more of them on them. Oh, there's 3 more red cabbage there. big red cabbages in that one. Back on the lady farmer's side, and we've got the top bed there before we get to the greenhouse, and this pumpkin is showing much rampants, but it's not going to show much more rampants because it rolled onto its own stem. It rolled onto its own stem last night. When I came down, it was sat on its own stem, and it split its own stem. Now, under certain circumstances, last year, I would have probably cried like a little bitch, but it's a pumpkin. These things happen. What can you do? We have got another one there, see, but it's only very small, that's about as big as our Bradley's head. Here's the lady farmer's sweet corn. And again, we're getting sweet corn coming on it. We're getting some action coming through. Look at that. Oh, God. What happened there? Yeah, see you, Brenda, love. So there's the silks coming through. It's already started to produce. There's our big sunflower as well down there. So these were the first ones that were planted here. Here's the second lot that were planted there. There's the big pea bed on the lady farmer's side. All the potatoes that were in here have been pulled out today. And we got about 40, I think it was 43 pounds in weight of potatoes. And that was from here. We had 6 rows, mind you, from here to the end. But there's 46 pound in weight. There were 4 seed potatoes in each one. And that's the last then of the early potatoes, first early potatoes. And yeah, 6 rows, 4 in each. So altogether there was 24 seed potatoes gone in there, and we got 43, just over 43 pounds in weight off them, which was pretty good because we got a load of potatoes. We got one of those Sports Direct big bags full of little potatoes. It was cool. So we planted more of the brassicas in here, and we've got broccoli in this one, and we've got cauliflower waiting to go in there, those coloured cauliflowers, but we're going to put some tenting over that, a big hoop tent over that, and that's a story for another show. Hopefully tonight the pigeons will not destroy those, fingers crossed. Bed 4 on the lady farmer's side. Again, these were all the majority of these were plants that we got as just roots, rhizomes that we put in here. A lot of them didn't take, and so we've planted lady farmers planted beetroot in here just to fill some gaps in where they didn't take. We've got the marigolds again around the sides of them. But these, as I say, were all from the rhizomes, all from the root that were planted in probably back at the back end of February. And some of them have come through, some of them haven't come through. But we'll see how they go, see how they get on. That's a red currant bush, and we've pulled about 40 off it. The birds have had the rest. Lady Farmer's bed 3, the raspberry bed. We're probably taking about 20 a night off this in the raspberries as they're coming through to fruit, ripeness of the fruit. And these were more established plants, these ones, that were in pots. But they're all fresh this year, planted into this particular location. They were plants that were started last year in pots and then planted into here this year. They're blackberries. Bed 2 on the lady farmer's side, strawberries. We're taking probably 30 to 40 strawberries now every single day. We've had 2 croppings today on these strawberries in both that bed and bed 1. She wants these as perpetual strawberry beds, and I don't really blame her. Rhubarb. Rhubarb's looking alright now. I was worried about that as well before because it was looking sorry for itself. I moved that and transplanted that in February this year. Beginning of February, like February the 3rd or something like that. And split the crown. it was the wrong time of year to do it. It should have been done last sort of like October, November time, but I didn't do it then. I did it in February. And it's split into 2 plants now. And they are coming through, the stalks are coming through nice. It's just nowhere near as far along as some of the other guys. Oh, I nearly fell into the bloody thing then. We'll use that for a waterer upper. In the same way the lady farmer's done there. And we've got 2 trees. We've got the damson tree, which is this one. These are down at the front. I did spot a few on earlier. All our fruit trees are not doing sparkling this year because of the weather conditions, but there are a few on there that we're probably going to be able to take, hopefully. And that's the damson. And this one's the plum tree, but I can't see too many plums on this. There's a couple there. A few going up that branch, but I'm not seeing many on. They're quite difficult to spot actually, plums, until they get the colour on them. We'll see what happens. I never knows. And this is our gooseberry bush that we inherited when we took on the plot. There are gooseberries in there, in amongst the foliage. Getting prittled to death here. Look, you can see some in there. Not too keen on gooseberries, to be honest with you. Never really got a taste for them. They're quite bitter most of the time. Shallots in buckets. Just shop bought. More shallots. Those are at the side of the courgettes. We've got some of Natasha Goswami's spaghetti squash growing there. Jack Be Little in the middle and another spaghetti squash on the outside of it. And it's starting to come through with the fruit now, so that's cool. More cabbage and more lettuce. Sweet peas that I've strung up because they were all falling over that way. I've strung them so they're hopefully going to follow the trellis up on both sides there. And there's my new kettle. And there's the plug for it. Let's see if it works. That shall we, boys and girls? Okay. Yep. I've got a radio there as well, which unfortunately you will probably never hear because of copyright on YouTube. So yeah, that's the plot. Probably going up about 12 o'clock tonight because it takes forever to edit these things and convert them for YouTube with the system that I've got at the moment because it's crap, absolutely crap. It takes forever. But nil desperandum. I hope you enjoyed it. That's where we're up to anyway on the plots. Been down here all day and the kids have been down with me and the lady farmer, Mother Earth. It's been ace. I'm going to finish off with a bit of a bird's eye view from up on the tiki hut. Alright boys and girls, and we'll catch you later. Oh, by the way, check out Kelly at My UK Homestead. She's been doing some fantastic stuff of late. I'll put the link in the description below, in the box below. So that's Kelly at My UK Homestead. Check her out. She's been getting some really exotic stuff put in, and she's supposed to be sending me some seeds, some Indian seeds up as well, which we'll try out. Forget what they were called. Forget what the seeds were called. But yeah, have a look at Kelly. She's ace. I'll put her down in the description below. All right. Take care, boys and girls, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Up on the roof. So there's our solar panels, a couple of 100 watters. They're either 100 watt or 200 watt, I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember, but the solar panels anyway, that's for sure. Look at them swines, absolute pigs. So here we go. that's where we started off, up at the top there. There's my compost heap at the side of it, the compost corral that we built a few months ago. That's the greenhouse that I built, the 4mm twin wall clear polycarbonate greenhouse. That's your top covered bed, second covered bed. All them potatoes are there. My blueberries, my pumpkins, my courgettes, more cabbage and lettuce and all sorts of stuff in there. It's all, I think I've been through it with you. I don't want to bore you to tears. The orchard up at the top there. Must remember to close the lady farmer's door. There's a big pea bed there. Our fruits. It's wonderful, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Alright, boys and girls. Catch you later. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Saturday night now, about 8 o'clock. Don't get too drunk. See you all later. Bye bye now.